This is my first YouTube video. I just bought this new property. I'm planning on starting a nursery out here, and I just thought that I would document the process. I decided to start here. There was quite a few plants here that are labeled that I can propagate, and there's also some I have started from last year that I'll show you as well, and I'll show you the property, tell you the plans that I've got for this property, and we'll go from there. I'll update as soon as we do something here, but this right here is a mystery gardenia. It's about 6 foot tall, maybe about 3.5 foot wide. I'll be able to get quite a few cuttings off that once it starts growing. That's one of my plants that I plan on propagating. Around the side here we have Forsythia, also known as yellow bell. It's not labeled. I'm not sure what kind it is. I would assume it's a linwood gold, but if I decide to propagate it, I will not sell it as a linwood gold. I'll just sell it as a Forsythia. I probably won't. I'll probably buy some known varieties. We walk on around here. This beast right here, you can see it's, I don't know, maybe 9 foot tall and probably 2.5, 3 foot wide. That is a blue point juniper. It was labeled, and I will be propagating from that. Going on from here, we can see this little dwarf Alberta spruce right here. I'll be propagating that as well as time goes on. See this rhododendron. It's a Roseum elegans. It's got some winter damage. I'll have to trim off of it. I'll be able to get cuttings off that probably this summer. These roses right here are patented, unfortunately, and trademarked. They are knockout roses. They're white knockout roses. Let's see. There's another rose back there. Not sure what it is. It's not labeled. Most of these plants aren't labeled. There are some that are. Like this one, for instance, is a frostproof gardenia as well. Got like 6 or 7 of those planted around the property. There's another dwarf Alberta spruce and another dwarf Alberta spruce that we'll be propagating from as time goes on. It's another frostproof gardenia. Not sure, probably an azalea. It could be another frostproof. I don't know. I haven't looked at it. It doesn't really look like it though. And as we walk on down here, we'll get to the part that's actually going to be my nursery. You see the driveway. Basically everything to the side that I'm on of the driveway will be yard, and everything on this side will be nursery. Walking down these little stone steps in here. It's pretty neat. Alright. Now here are a few of my plants that I've got from last year. That in the clay pot was a chrysanthemum, but I'm pretty sure that last cold snap we had here took it out completely. That is a gold flame spirea. That is Bloody Dock, or it's got another name. Sorrel, red veined sorrel. Yeah, that's the other name. This is called Twisted Arrows. It's a type of reed. Pretty sure those that are coming up right there are Kumpson Forsythia. They don't have the variegation yet, but I'm hoping it comes in a little later. Got a bunch of cuttings in this one of just random things bundled together. I'll be planting those out in the pots. There's probably, I don't know, 50 to 100 plants in that one pot. As we walk on up here, I'll show you my propagation beds that are temporary that I've been using from this year to last year. Excuse me. Right here we've got some more plants that I've got planted out. This is a mock orange. And I believe a couple types of hydrangeas that are coming in. Nope, those are minuet wagelia that are coming in beside it. That was a red prince. It didn't make it through the winter, but I've got some other cuttings started somewhere, I think in that pot I showed you earlier. These are my blueberry plants. There's 3 of them. There's a Tiff Blue, an Austin, and a Premier. None of them are patented as far as I can see. I've got some cuttings started off, a couple of them over here. That is Miss Kim Lilac. Well, in the smaller pot right there is a Miss Kim Lilac. If I pan up just a little bit, that is a Montauk Daisy. More of the Coompson Forsythia. There's Coompson Forsythia and well, yeah, that pot right there is Coompson Forsythia. These are a couple of fig plants. Got 4 different varieties of figs. I got a Chicago Hardy, a Violet de Bordeaux, Violetta de Bordeaux, and a Tiger Panache, and an LSU Purple. That's a culinary sage in the next pot over. That's tansy. There's a couple of other things in that pot as well, but the tansy is pretty much taken over it. Got a Juga, chocolate chippas Juga, and another Montauk Daisy I started from cuttings. These are several bundles of cuttings in this one. See, I've got several different bundles there. I've got to get them potted out. I've got a Navajo blackberry I started from cutting last year, and several black satin blackberries right there that I started last year from cuttings as well. I've got about 20 different varieties of plants right now. These, inside of these, this is just a clear Tupperware container with 2 of the wash pans inside of it filled with sand. I've got altogether about 650 fig cuttings. They're what's called a sugar fig. I cannot think of the name right off the top of my head. I've got it written down, but cannot think of it right off the top of my head. And I've got, in this one, I've got like 70 different grape cuttings. I'm not going to lift them up. We're running out of time. It's about to get dark. I'll show those on a future video, but I'm trying to show you what I have plans for. This side of the driveway that we're on now is going to be the nursery. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is my property line is right there. Out that orange stub, right past that big pine tree there. Then you can see it right here is my property stub. If I step out this way, I'm a little bit, that power pole way at the end over there is the other edge of my property. This whole area right here is about, I don't know, 2 acres, something like that. And it goes out to the middle of the driveway here. And then it goes at an angle. Excuse me. It goes out to the middle of the driveway there. And it goes at an angle up this way. Now along this property line there's going to be a line of arborvitaes planted. The neighbor dog, he might be coming out, I don't know. I haven't met him yet. I don't know what he's like. We've only been here about a week, and that's all been spent moving in. We're tired. I'm ready to get this nursery underway. But anyway, across this property line, I've got some neighbors on the other side. I'm not showing their house, but I want to plant some green giant arborvitaes about 5 foot from the property line, about 5 foot apart, to where we can have some privacy from them. I know it's going to take a few years. I'm still walking out to the edge of the property here. This little section is about 2 acres. And I'm going to have a small orchard. I'm going to have that line of green giants planted across here. Then I'm going to start some nearing beds and run water lines from the house out to here to a spigot. Then run that from there to a box with multiple valves that I can turn on and off automatically with a timer. And it's all going to have automatic watering and all that. And I plan on documenting every process of it, every step of the process. Sorry, I'm out of breath. It's a kind of a long walk, and it's uphill, and I'm out of shape. I apologize for that. But anyway, here's the edge of the property. I don't know if you can see it yet. This at that corner fence post is our property stake. And it goes all the way from there, all the way back into those woods. We've got a total of 8.3 acres. I think this area is 1.8 that I just showed you. And then I guess the yard's about 2 acres, and this is probably 4.5 up in the woods. It goes in a straight line from that stop to that stop on up. So that's the plans I got so far. And I'll show you where I'm going to run my water lines as well. My first step, though, is going to be to drive a stake at that property line I just showed you and pull a line from there all the way to the middle of the road to that other dot. And I hope that I'll be able to do it. I don't know. I've never pulled a line that far. That's a long stretch. I couldn't even guess how long. I'd say probably, I don't know, 300-400 foot at least. It might be longer than that. I don't know if you can hear that. There's bugs chirping. It's getting dark. I barely was able to get this video filmed. I had some problems with my microphone. Realized it needed batteries. I've already filmed this once, and then had absolutely zero audio. So I had to come back out and film it again. It probably seemed rushed this time around, but oh well, it is what it is. I don't know if I said it or not, but this is my first YouTube video. I plan on making updates whenever I can. I'm a truck driver, so I'm away quite often. I might be gone for a couple of weeks at a time, and then when I get back, I may not have time or money to do anything out here, but I'm gonna try to get videos posted on a fairly regular basis. But anyway, the water line is gonna have to be ran up through here, the corner of the house there. There's my truck. Yeah, at the corner of my house, it's gonna have to be ran from there through here to a spigot somewhere right in here. Then from there I'll branch off and go wherever I need to go with it. Probably up in the woods. I'll probably run it up in the woods just to keep it from getting run over with lawnmowers and stuff. But anyway, that's what we've got so far. There's my little start right there of my nursery at the moment. And so let me know what you think. If you got any suggestions, leave comments. If you just want to talk, leave comments. It's my first video. I haven't never done a YouTube video, never done a video at all, so I hope it turned out okay. And we've also got this area. There's a little shed. It's probably going to turn into a chicken coop. There's a well right there that I might try to get back into operation. I'm not sure. It depends on how much it's going to cost to do it. And yeah, there's a lot of plants planted out on the property. I look forward to when they all bloom out to where I can tell kind of what we got. Because right now, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is my first video, and I'm going to let it go with that and see where it takes us. Goodbye.